So I was just wondering how many of you guys watch Dateline? And if so, or if you don't, at least how many of you watched, I believe it was this past Sunday night at 7, Dateline did like a story, an episode called On the Brink, Aging Out of Autism. And one of the things, well, let's just say I wasn't able to watch it that night, but I watched it the next day. I watched the whole entire thing, and then I watched a little bit of it last night with my mom, but then she kind of fell asleep, so we got like a good chunk halfway through of it together. But, you know, they at least cleared up the misconception that you don't ever age out of autism. You know, I guess there's a myth floating out there that autism's only for children, but no, you never grow out of it. I think the only thing that really changes about a person with autism is their chronological age. Yeah, we get older, but our needs pretty much are the same with the right help and support, and if we're lucky enough, we change and we grow, and certain things we get really good at, and so we don't need help with that anymore. Like brushing your own teeth by yourself or whatever. Like, there's certain tasks as a child that we are able to become independent and do ourselves, and then obviously those needs aren't needed as an adult because we can do it ourselves. But some things, you know, even as an adult, we still need help. And I just couldn't stop thinking about, you know, the story and of the two boys and their moms, and the one mom totally reminded me of my mom. So it's like every time she would speak, so, well, both of them, but especially the one mother, I think her name was Lenore, I couldn't help but like hold back tears and not to cry, because it's like her pain and what she's struggling with, like that's exactly what my mom's going through and has been going through since I graduated high school. Now, I graduated high school at age 18, but I did have the opportunity to stay till I was 21. That's what my grandmother wanted me to do, but to be honest, high school was a hellhole. Torture, jail, like, it was the worst, one of the worst times of my life, that and, like, middle school. But little do you know, unless you do your homework, that once you graduate into nothingness. There's nothing out there, and that life becomes very dismal. Is that a word? You know, it's just like depressing, and what's the point? I'm not gonna lie, a lot of shit happened when I graduated high school. It wasn't pretty. A lot of it was out of my control. A lot of it was personal things. There was some family stuff going on too, but seriously, like, I couldn't, you know, I went to school part-time and I worked part-time, but that only lasted so long before that became too much for me to even handle. And then I started looking at a state, and what I saw at a state, you know, down here in Florida, some of it was promising, some of it was kind of like smoke and mirrors, and you know that it'd be like a bait and switch maybe, but you know, something's better than nothing. But I wasn't really fully ready to make that leap and move here to Florida, so we figured let's just continue back at home, but in New Jersey, and see if we can get anything done, and then, you know, fill need. And I'm just like, yeah, we're on to something. But let me just quick tell you. So, like I said last night, I watched half of it with my mom, and my whole entire, because this is late at night, like 11:30 to midnight-ish, so, you know, I'm watching it late at night, I go to bed, and all night long until this morning, well, afternoonish, when my mom wakes me, that whole time, nothing but an anxiety dream after another. Sure, my crush from 4th grade to 12th grade was in my dream, which is always kind of nice, because it is, I still think it's easy on the eyes. But other than that, it was nothing riddled with anxiety of my life and trying to figure my life out from graduation till this day. Like, it was funny in my dream, like, because my grandparents used to have an Olympic-sized pool, but a couple of years ago, they got rid of it because it was too hard to take care of, just the two of them. But in my dream, they had the pool in their backyard, and my trainer was over swimming in it, And I'm like, okay, so we're gonna work out here now? Like, what are we doing? And like, she kept asking me like, oh, do you want to work at your house, your grandma's house, the mall? And then my grandma's like, do you want to work at your house, my house, or the mall? Because most likely we'll be removing my trainer to 1 day a week, because I currently have for 2, and I was thinking in my dream, because I have her for the 1 day a week, she would do whatever, and then that second day my grandmother would take over. Not necessarily as my personal trainer, but just like someone to help me out in the world. It probably makes sense too. You know, my grandmother was a social worker until she had a family and had kids, and she became a school social worker and worked on the child study team and helped kids out her whole life. Even took care of my aunt up until she passed away in 2007. So it was just like, but so, you know, I'm like nauseous now from anxiety, and I'm very anxious, and I just feel like crying, if you can't tell. And I just been so frustrated that I just been on Twitter, like tweeting Dateline, tweeting like at HIP New Jersey, because they did a story for Phil Need. Because the thing that's so frustrating is if the state of New Jersey or the governor or whoever would give us a plot of land, then we can build a Phil Need Foundation in New Jersey, be up and running, and I'd be set, and I'd have like, because I'm on their board of directors, so I could have like a physical location I could go to for like doing my work instead of just sitting on my damn couch all day. But you know what, that's what happens, right? You graduate high school, so yeah, you just sit on your couch and you're really, really frustrated, as I am, and you're like, New Jersey, just give us what we need, but they're not. So now I'm back down here in Florida, you know, trying to get something going here, and I honestly don't know what my future holds, where I'll end up, what I'll be doing, but my heart is belongs to the Phil Need Foundation, and I feel like wherever they go, I might go. I don't know, but I'm not giving up on it. Because Katie is not giving up on it. She's the founder. So if the founder is not giving up on her dreams, I'm not giving up on mine, and I'm just trying to create a life for myself where I'm ultimately happy and more independent. I'll be more independent tomorrow than I am today, and can keep that going, that momentum. I need like to get the ball rolling essentially, and then keep it going and not hit speed bumps, because good Lord, those take you out, and for who knows how long. With me, it could be a couple days, it could be a month, it could be years. So I'm just really upset and frustrated right now, and want to just tell y'all that, and want to know if you all watched it. If not, you can watch it online. I'd say, hey, go to NBC.com, go to Dateline, go to episodes. It's called On the Brink, and obviously I've been tweeting about it. You should tweet about it too if you want, or just like my tweets or retweet them or whatever. But ever since I watched it the first time, I couldn't get it out of my head. Now I have like all these ideas. And watching it again, and the fact that it left me, the first time it did leave me kind of sad, and it's like, how could you not cry? And even a friend of mine who's an Aspie, it like choked him up a little bit, and it reminded him of when he graduated high school and how he felt back then, and he's a lot older than me. And then the fact that watching it and then caused me all these anxiety dreams about my past, present, and future, it's just like, are you kidding me with this? And it's not their fault, and I'm not blaming them. It's just that it's not the show's fault. It's whoever is in charge of services for those on the spectrum, you know, and they're not cranking them out, because autism is the fastest growing developmental disability, I think, in the U.S. The kids, they keep popping up, okay? What is estimated that, you know, like, I don't know, right now, nationally, the rate for autism is 1 in 68 babies, and 1 out of 45 are boys. But for the state of New Jersey alone, the autism rate is 1 out of 45. And you'd think with so many people living with autism in Florida that they would do, not Florida, in New Jersey, they would do so much more about it. There'd be more services, but there's not. And of course, people keep procreating and making families, and and the rate of autism is just going to rise, and what's happening is, like, by the time we're all starting to reach that age of 21, we're bombarded because there's so many of us, and nobody really knows the exact cause of autism or how to stop it from happening, so we don't have this problem. Because if you're in a program, well, it's a so-so program, and if you're not, then you're on a freaking wait list for like 10,000 years. You'll probably die before you even make it in the program. And yes, I'm being very pessimistic and cynical right now, but it's because I'm so freaking frustrated because I want a better life for myself. I want a better life for everyone on the spectrum. I see my friends struggle. I see myself struggle. I see the heartache, that my mom has to deal with, and if only life could be so much easier, that would be a beautiful thing. But it's very tricky, tough, challenging, exhausting, draining. But I like who I am. I wouldn't change myself, being an Aspie and having Asperger's makes me a very unique person, and I love that about myself. But what I don't enjoy are what I call the side effects that come from Asperger's. If someone could remove those, if they could just keep me quirky and happy, I'd be pretty okay with that. But to keep me quirky with, like, depression and anxiety and, like, mood disorder and a gajillion other problems, well, I'm not so happy, am I? No. And I just want to be happy, bottom line. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. I'm sure there's other people on the spectrum who are just as frustrated as I am and wish certain things could change about themselves or about the system or about the world or about how society perceives us. I'm sure there's something, and so that's my rant. That's my vent. I'm sure my lunch is getting cold. I'm gonna go eat it to finish packing up. Going home tonight to see my cat, and that's like the only good thing about leaving these palm trees is my cat. But I got my gears grinding. I got ideas rolling up in here. There's emails I need to make to try to get stuff happening for myself, because honestly, if you want something to happen, then you gotta do it yourself, because it's like, I feel like no one's really going to do it for you. Like, one of the schools I want to go to, it was founded back in, like, 1998, something like that. It was in the 90s, and it's in Leesburg, Florida, and it's called Beacon College, and it was founded by 4 parents who had kids with learning disabilities, and that's a special school, and that they only will take LD students. So if you have a learning disability, this school will be perfect for you. But it was founded by parents, and then I look at all the hard work my grandparents and her, as she did, and like everyone that, like, my late aunt's friends and everyone in, like, the Down syndrome community, like, all the hard work, like, my grandparents had to do to get stuff from my aunt. Like, it's just insane. It's kind of like you gotta be your own advocate and take initiative and do something, because I feel like no one's really on your side but yourself. You're lucky if you have a good support system like I do, and you have good friends and family, and there are people out there that really do care and wish they could do something. It's like nice having empathic people that can, like, be like, I feel for you, kid, but what can I do? It's better than people being like, yeah, whatever, live with it, deal with it, who the hell cares? Cause no. But anyway, that's my story, and comment below if you have any comments or questions, or if you saw the show, like this video and let me know that you saw it. And if not, I really urge y'all to go check it out. I mean, it's kind of eye-opening, but not, because it's kind of like I went through this and then I relived it again in my sleep last night. But it's obviously, you would think it would be getting better, but it hasn't, and they're estimating that it's only going to get worse in 10 years' time. Like, we're all going to be really, 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 really screwed if we're not screwed now. And you'd think people would open their eyes and do more, but they're not. And get with the program, people. Okay. So I'm going to go, as I've been saying, but I just have so much to say. It's like, ugh. So thank you guys so much for being here and for watching this video. Please, if you have anything you want to share it down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you can stick around for more fun or rants or whatever's gonna come out of my mouth. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, everywhere. It's all below in the description. You'll see all these fun links for ya. So be sure to check that out as well. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, till next time, keep it quirky.